Tanzania used to be the hub of peace. Peace in the political level and peaceful coexistence between Christians and Muslims. Of recent times, we have had serious challenges precipitated by religious extremism.
What I've seen here during the last 3 years I've been in Zanzibar is that there's an increasing radicalization or extremism between Muslims and Christians. We have groups in Zanzibar who are being influenced by universities and learning institutions in Saudi Arabia, Sudan, and other places. And when they come back to Zanzibar, they come with a more radical version of Islam. And on the other hand, we have youth who study on the Christian side, and they become also rather militant in their approach to Islam. To give a few examples of what we have seen over the last couple of years, for example, in May 2012, we witnessed that a peace march arranged by a Muslim organization developed into a riot because the leader of this Muslim organization was arrested, kept in custody, and the police denied to release him again. And then the crowd went into the streets and burned tires and cars, but also 5 churches was attacked during those couple of days. Again in October 2012, not only here in Zanzibar but also in Mbillah, which is a suburb of Dar es Salaam, we witnessed riots. It was started when a boy of 15-16 years old decided to urinate on the Quran, and the community in that area became very upset, and again it resulted in 6 churches being attacked during those riots. Another example is in Tunduma, in the Mbillah region, in the southern part of Tanzania, where some demonstrations over the rights of butchering, which is a contested issue these months in Tanzania, developed into violence, and a mosque in Tunduma was actually attacked and destroyed. Another thing we see is that the youth here in Zanzibar is very vulnerable because many of them are jobless, and many of them do not have much education. So they are vulnerable to people coming from the outside and promising them a better life, or maybe even promising them fast cash. So they're vulnerable. If people want to instigate violence, they can use the youth to do that for them.
My name is Mbillah. I'm a pastor in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Tanzania, but I'm also the youth coordinator of Zanzibar Interfaith Center, which is a center that is trying to bring Christians and Muslims together in Zanzibar and make us work more in harmony. And I'm trying to do this. It is important to work with the youth because in many cases the youth are used to instigate violence because the youth are energetic and they have the power to do a lot of things. But it is also important to work with the youth because the youth are the ones who in violence are in most of the times the most affected part. They are mostly affected with violence, and that's why it's better for them to work against violence. But it's also important to work with the youth because the youth are the one who have the most energy, and it's good to use the energy in a positive way of building peace instead of using the energy to create violence.